Hi everybody, Tina here with Two Chicks and a Cricut, and I'm going to do a final video of my scrapbook room. The last time I did a video, it was right after we moved into the house, and I sort of had everything set up, so it was just like an overview, and so now I'm finally done. So you're probably going to hear Charlie Brown in the background, because that's what my kids are watching. Right now it's kind of nap time, rest time, so you'll probably hear that in the background. So a couple things happened to really make this room come together. I always really wanted a really cute scrapbook room and a really like inspirational scrapbook room, and I never could figure out how to do it. The first problem was when I first wanted to do a scrapbook room at our old house, I couldn't think of a color that I wanted to do. I had kind of wanted to do pink, but we all know my pink stamper, and she has the pink scrapbook room, and I didn't really want to copy her. And then last year at this time, Wendy redid her scrapbook room, and she did pink and black. And so I really felt like I couldn't do pink. So I found, I had thought about doing purple, but then that didn't really work out. And what happened was I found my favorite paper ever from Stampin' Up. It was the Spice Cake paper, and it came out during the holidays this last year. And I fell in love with it, and I had some paper, and I couldn't figure out what to do with it because I just did not want to use it and get rid of it. And so it occurred to me that I would do my whole room in it. So that's what I've done. So I'm going to start over here on this wall. It's different from the last time I filmed. I've hung up these shelves. Well, my husband did. So I have these shelves now that are hung up, and then my paper is right on it's the same where it was the last time, and that's where you come in the door. So my scrapbook room is right off of our main living area, so it's perfect because I can be in here and my kids can be right there, and I can totally hear everything that's going on. Okay, had to pause, deal with the kids. And that's probably how this video is going to be, lots of pauses to deal with things. And also it's going to be really long because I'm going to talk about everything I do in here and how I do it all, so that when I get questions, I can just refer to this video and this post on the blog. Okay, so these shelves weren't here. My husband put them up. And up top, you can see right there, that right there are just those clear drawers you can buy at Walmart or Target or wherever. And I spray painted them green. And then I popped some scrapbook paper right in the front there. And the bottom one right here, the very bottom one holds thread for my sewing machine, and then the very top one, that one holds paint, like acrylic paint. Then those are empty albums, and there's a book up there. And then those clear bin things, I believe they're to hold CDs, but I've gotten them at Walmart and the Dollar Tree, and they're just $1. And I love them. They're all over my room. They stack really nicely, and up there, they're just holding miscellaneous items. The other thing that I didn't have before when I did the room was Mod Podge. And so I have Mod Podged everything in here. So that used to be purple, and it holds my stickers and rub-ons and stuff that I used to use as scrapbook that I don't necessarily use a whole lot anymore. And then I have Mod Podged that with the patterned paper. And then there's the bin on top is backup CDs for the computer for photos, and then those are photo boxes. So down here, zoom out again. Down here is this is basically my project shelf. The first thing that I did is you can see my brackets. These brackets have a loop on the end right here. This is just a curtain rod. They were curtain rods that were in our old house, and when we moved, I lost the hardware to put them on the wall. And so what I did is I just used them on these loops. Both shelves have those. And then this is all my holiday ribbon. So you can see up here is like 4th of July and Easter and Valentine's Day, and then this is all Christmas ribbon. And originally I wanted the bar to go all the way across my shelves, but when my husband hung it up, he did them closer together than I originally wanted. So I just use them, both of them, for my holiday ribbon. And then in this basket, I have gifts. So if anybody's birthday is coming up, if I have any holidays, like there was Valentine's Day stuff in there, that's where I stick it. And then I also, to this shelf, you can see I put the pattern paper on the end of the shelf. Now this pack of paper that I had like 6 different designs or 12 different designs. So I just used that Spice Cake paper designs everywhere. And I used the colors and everything just to coordinate my whole room. So then there's just some picture frames, and then I use this space right here. Like right here's a gift I'm working on. And so it's just like my shelf where I stick stuff to get it out of the way. And then in that basket is mini chipboard albums. These are, you can stick photos in them. And I got them at Ross one time, and I just use them as decorative items. And then I have my cork board down here. And I made that create sign with the pattern paper and stamps. And then the cork board I got at Lowe's for $5. It had 4 12 by 12 pieces, and I just nailed it up to the wall. These, I just keep it here for, like, this is a coupon. It's just stuff that I need to access or I don't want to lose. I want to know where it's at. Then these buttons were also from the Spice Cake paper type series. It's some of the embellishments that you could get, and they're fairly large. And they were $7.99 for 16 of them in the holiday occasions mini catalog. And I found a gal on eBay, and she was selling 32 of them for $8.99 with free shipping. And I won them for $8.99. So I got 32 of them for $8.99, and they're all over. I have my albums right here. I recently switched to the 3-ring albums instead of the binding albums, and I'll be sharing those in a later video. This is my scrap paper that I need to organize because all of my scrap paper is in this. Most of the stuff that I do organizational in my room, I do in the RG Biv. So this just is in that red all the way down. And then I have my neutrals and black up here. So I stick my scraps up here until I can organize them into that. Okay, I'll get you something to drink in 1 second. Okay, go watch Charlie Brown. Then I do my paper the same as my other videos have shown. The only thing different is I now have 8.5 by 11 Stampin' Up! Cardstock in this bin. And the way I do that is I actually have this organized in the color family, and it's the only thing I keep organized in their color family. So I have my 2000 or my in colors in the front, and then I break it down into neutrals, regals, subtles, and brights. And the reason I do that is because that's how I think of the paper when I'm trying to think of paper to get. In my mind, I know that Cherry Cobbler is in the Regals collection. And then also, eventually I want to label all of them with a piece of the, like this is So Saffron. So in my tab, I cut off a piece of So Saffron paper and I stuck it in the tab and I wrote So Saffron on it. Eventually I want to do that with all of these so it's easier for me to grab quickly. But the rest of it is the same. So I have my normal cardstock. It's broke down into, this is like the packs of 12 by 12 cardstock that I've gotten. Then this is hand-picked cardstock. And then these are specialty cardstocks like that come in paper packs. So like this right here is solids. It's from the Fancy Free paper pack. I just write right on there. So I know when I get my Fancy Free paper pack over here of paper, which is right back here, it's this one. I know this has coordinating cardstock that came with it. So, and then my cardstock is just broken down. These are my paper stacks. I'm really big about purging your paper. When I get a paper stack, I automatically open it and I break it down. I keep 2 pieces of each pattern in that pack because that's all I'm ever going to use. I don't need 3 or 4 pieces of the same piece of paper. That allows me to continue to buy more paper because you guys know I love paper. And then also, I already forget what I have in here. I already have enough paper and forget, and so that tends to work best for me. And then I pass it along to Wendy. I let her go through it, or like, here's a chunk of it right here and it's for my daughter to play with, and that works out really good. Down here are 2 more black crates, and they're just covered in this brown fabric, and they have one, actually there's 2. There's 2 more crates down there that I've covered in fabric. They hold just storage that I don't need. So there's some sewing patterns, there's fabric that I'm not using, and that kind of stuff. This Hi everybody, Tina here with 2 Tricks and a Cricut, and I'm going to be sharing with you an update on my scrapbook room. And I have this white drawer container thing. I don't even know where I got it. Well, I mean, I know where I got it. A friend gave it to me, but I don't know where she got it. And it has been used for everything. It was in her bathroom, and she used it for her makeup stuff. But then she gave it to me, and I've used it in my scrapbook room. So it's kind of plain, and it's kind of getting a little bit worn. And so what I did is on the top drawer, you can see I took out the handle. And I'm going to show you how I recreated this little piece of furniture. So when I come back, it's going to be all jazzed up to match my room. Again, this was Stampin' Up! Fabric, or Stampin' Up! Spice Cake fabric. I Mod Podged it, and then this was the brown fabric that is the same as this. I put a ribbon on this, and then I also labeled everything by just cutting out squares and writing with a white gel pen. And then I also put the strip of paper on the top and on the bottom. So I'm going to insert a video of how this looked before I did it up. And then I also spray painted the handles. So the very top of it is my backstock. So everything, this is like extra ribbon that I have, scissors, paper glaze, zip dry. I keep my re-inkers in here. I keep, this is extra stickles. So everything just backstock. Then the next 2 drawers down are projects to alter. So I just have tons of stuff in here to alter. Alright, so that's this wall. The only other thing I have on this wall is I have a layout up there, and I plan on right here putting 2 more layouts. And then I have my board that has projects and cards and business cards on it, just random stuff. So, and then I keep one of those little TV trays in here in case I need extra space. So that's this wall, and then next I'll be showing you this wall that has my Cricut. There it is. I'll be showing you my Cricut cart and my desk, along with my lighting and how I shoot my videos for the blog. So when I come back, that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll check that out.